Thank you, Monsignor Jonas, for this time with me and my colleague Dave of GMA. This is the first recording na sabay ang taga-media ng New York. And first of all, congratulations.
Hitting two birds with one stone.
Yes, and it's your idea.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes.
Monsignor, tell us about your upcoming, it's sorry that you will be exiting New York, but this is a good avenue for you to be in Rome for a bigger assignment, I suppose. And we are proud of that. Tell us about it.
Well, yes, it's I am called to work for the Holy See, and this will be in particular the Supreme Court of the Vatican, or technically the Supreme Tribunal of the Apostolic Signatura. I will be official in the Apostolic Signatura in their office.
I see. So you don't know yet what specific branch would we say that you will be handling?
Well, it's a specific office, which is the Apostolic Signatura. It's the highest court. But in what cases I'll be handling, I still don't know.
That's exciting, isn't it?
It is. And more so exciting because that's what I'm really passionate about. And administrative justice in the church. Just for some kind of introduction of what the Apostolic Signatura is. In the medieval times, in its origin, it's the most important office because it's the office that you go if you would need a document from the Holy Father, and that's why it's called Signatura, because that's where the document is being signed. But over the years, it developed into what it is right now, and it is become a tribunal, the highest court of the Catholic Church. So it is divided into two sections. The first section is the supervision of all the ecclesiastical courts all over the world. So all ecclesiastical courts, the one that we properly know as the matrimonial tribunal, each diocese, so they will report to that office, and of course also a part of its supervision, a responsibility is to have the lower courts functioning and efficient in their ministry of justice. And the second part, sexual altera, it is called. I'd say it's for contentious administrative cases. So when you have, for example, administrative cases that couldn't be solved by the lower courts, so that's the highest you can
go. Okay. So how long have you been in New York? And do you feel like you already miss New York or no?
Well, I started coming to New York 2007 as a summer priest. Now I'm permanent here. Since 2013, I work as a judge in the Tribunal of the Diocese of Brooklyn. At some point also, I was working as the judge of the Appellate Court of the Archdiocese of New York. I get the appointment from Cardinal Dolan at the time. And I'm also liaison to Ecclesial Movements for the Diocese of Brooklyn. I have a lot of activities here, so that's why I love New York. I've been writing I have 2 columns in the diocesan publications here in New York, and of course I'm the pastor of Corpus Christi, and that's what I would be missing a lot because as pastor I'm connected to people. I'm not connected to cases. I'm not connected to facilities. I'm connected to each individual that I work with here in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, for sure you will miss the warmth of the people, Monsignor.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. When are you going to Rome for this?
So my appointment will start first Monday of July, and happens to be July 1st.
Summer.
It is summer.
Mainit doon.
Yes. Crazy. I was supposed to go there in January, but we asked for extension. They're so considerate enough to give us ample extension. That's why we come up July 1st. You know,
I
because
see.
if you're a pastor, you like you have commitments to a wedding, to a different things, different events, and
People's lives.
you just can't say, "Hey, uh, I'm leaving now." You have to settle down a different commitments that
I see. So
yes,
parang ano yan, closing, saying
yes,
goodbye.
yes.
Ano, maybe you have a lot of parties. Yesterday I was at your birthday party. That was lovely.
Yes, it wasn't my plan. I wasn't planning of anything. Last year there was a big party. More like 600 people came
Really?
for the event. It was my 50th
Oh, so a
altogether, the
milestone.
Spanish and the Episcopal. But this year, 51, I said, no. But then they insisted, hey, this is now this would be your last birthday being a pastor, so why not celebrate? I said, okay.
That was a good party, Monsignor.
Well, the thing is, we Filipinos, we
We
need to
party a
create
lot,
events.
right?
We need to find reasons to celebrate, and I'm a Filipino. So.
Right. So in Rome, most likely you will be dealing with more like you will be more of a lawyer kind of lawyering kind of work. Is that what you're imagining? Or that's
It
going to
is. It
happen?
is.
Yeah.
It's. I will be handling. I'll be preparing. I can imagine. I'll be preparing cases for the judges, and um, you know what? This is just what I'm imagining,
Okay.
because this is what the office is for. But hey, I'm open to whatever you do. I even tell people if I have to make coffee for people or sweep the floor, I would do that.
That's part of the job of being, in this
It's
vocation.
yes. I'm not afraid of doing anything. So I'm not afraid of doing whatever there is.
Mhm.
Honest and sincere job
Yeah.
that
Okay.
I would be
Dave, you
asked to
want to
do.
ask question already?
So this is the first time na magkakaroon ng Filipino representative to the Supreme Court.
That I know of, this is the first time that there is a Filipino a official in Apostolic Signatura. I may be wrong, but I but because I've not really reviewed the history of the Apostolic Signatura. But I believe yes, I'm the first Filipino American.
And they're going to call you prosecutor? Paano mo ba sistema?
Okay, so the ones who are really on top of the Apostolic Signature is the prefect, who is the Chief Justice, Cardinal Dominic Mamberti, and you have the Promoter of Justice, which is equivalent to a Prosecutor General.
Mhm.
And then you have the Deputy Promoter of Justice, and you have also the Defender of the Bond. So these are the top officials of the Apostolic Signature. Then there will be the lower officials.
Monsignor, do you have a law background that you are given this assignment?
I am a what they call canon lawyer. I'm a canonist. I finished my doctorate, my licentiate and my doctorate in canon law in Universidad de Navarra, la Facultad de Derecho Canónico de la Universidad de Navarra. I finished my doctorate in 2011.
So that's why.
Yes.
You have the educational requirement for it.
Well, the first invitation for me to go to the Apostolic Signatura, they stated in there that they wanted me to go because of my background in administrative justice. In 2019, they awarded un premio, a prize to my the book that I published the year before. It's entitled Due Process in Church Administration. If you don't have that, I would like it's available on Amazon.com. It's available internationally, and so it's an award given once every 10 years. In a span of 10 years, they would be collecting works published on administrative justice. And my book is precisely about administrative justice. And when they give the award in 2018, I'm so happy to receive money from the Vatican, which is unusual. And
Nice.
and of course, it's a great honor, really, and to be recognized, to be acknowledged of the passion that you have for this topic. That's the reason why they wanted me, because my area of specialization is connected to the work that I'll be doing.
I see. Dave.
Saan nanggaling, Father, yung inspiration mo sa paggawa ng libro?
Anyway, it comes from a long history of my service in the Catholic Church. Like, I just wanted I felt that there is a need of a system, a clear system that will help pastors. I mean parish priests, even bishops, religious superiors, those who are having or exercising authority, administrative authority in the church, to have a procedure, steps to follow when making administrative decisions in the church. Just like in civil government, we have three functions: the legislative, the administrative, and the judicial functions. We also have that in the church. The judicial and the ways of making decisions in the church. You have judicial decisions, which is done by the courts, and also you have the administrative or executive decision making. So in terms of the judicial decision making, there's very strict laws, well-defined laws, how to arrive at the decision to ensure that, of course, justice and fairness will be served in this decision making. However, in administrative decision making, it's very wide, a wide range, and so and there's no clear procedures for making administrative decisions, and so that's why I've seen that there are a lot of abuses in the church, because there's also a big highway, very wide highway of administrative decision making, which is not controlled, and there's no clear procedure, and so that's why there are a lot of errors. Sadly, there's also disastrous decisions which has been done.
Saan nagkaroon ng pagkukulang?
There are many. That is a multifaceted question, and requires also a multifaceted answer, because there are a lot of, as I've said, administrative decision making deals with a very broad, a wide range of administrative matters. So, for example, in the life of the pastors, we are trained in our seminary formation. We're trained on philosophy and theology. Yet the reality is, when we take on positions in the parish, we have to decide on boiler issues, maintenance of the building, which we're not prepared to do. We have to deal with finances of the parish, and we are not trained in finance, or even in we have to deal with maintenance of the facilities, but we're not engineers, we're not architects, we're not even into interior design. So there are a lot of and for that there would be a lot of things in which priests or pastors have to decide on, and they don't know what to do.
I see. Sa mind ko naman, Monsignor, I was thinking if this falls in your jurisdiction, like the controversial issues that's confronting Catholic Church right now, like same-sex marriage, do you hear that on the judicial level? Or, for example, how do you deal with sex offenders among priests? So these are really nagging questions that haven't been substantially answered within Vatican. So does that fall within your jurisdiction eventually?
Well, you're going into particular issues,
Mhm.
and I'm not into that.
Mhm.
Where I am is where I am is in the basic procedure that those in authority, in administrative authority, has to follow to arrive at a fair and just um, decisions.
I see.
So we can go into that into particulars, but that would be a very that that's a big open world
Mhm.
out there. But what I'm trying to drive at is the most basic that you can apply in whatever decision making that there is
For pastors.
for pastors. Yes,
I see.
pastors, religious superiors, those who are exercising administrative authority.
Okay. So where is the branch of the judiciary of Vatican handles cases like, the very, very delicate cases that I just mentioned on same-sex marriage or
Well,
dealing with sex offenders?
the thing with same-sex marriage, if you say same-sex marriage, that's on the doctrinal part.
Yeah,
And in fact, that's being handled by the DTF, or the Dicastery for the Doctrine of Faith.
I see.
And my parents are from Bohol, but I was born in Zamboanga City because my father was assigned there. But I never lived in Zamboanga. I lived the whole of my life in Bohol. I grew up in Tagbilaran City, but my family is from a small town called Duero. And I entered the seminary when I was 12 years old. And from there, I just find it my my life. I continue to be a priest.
During those days, Father, naramdaman nila na bata pa kayo, magpapalit.
Yeah, I went through also ups and downs. Like I entered the seminary when I was 12 years old. So what happened then was, like, my mom literally like grabbed my hand, like, you go to the seminary for the entrance exam. And well, yes, I did it. And while I was there, I can remember this very well. I was in line for the interview, and then my mom took me, and she said, if the priest would ask you, why do you want to become a priest, tell the priest that you want to serve our Lord. And true enough, that was what was asked of me. Yeah, so I answered, why do you want to become a priest? I answered, I want to serve our Lord. And yes, I owe my vocation to my priest, to my parents, my mom and dad. And but there was a turning point also when I wanted to do medicine, and they said, no, we can't afford to send you to medical school, so you have to continue in the seminary. In hindsight, they could have afforded, but then I just felt that they really wanted me to become a priest. And there was a point that I was really insistent on my going out of the seminary, and there was some point that my father says, okay, you go out of the seminary, but you have to study law. At the time, something happened, and I responded to my father, no, I would like to continue in this seminary. And that was the first time that I took control of my vocation. Like, this is what I want. And it was also the first time that I started to pray, Lord, I want to become a priest. Because in the previous to that, I just felt it was the vocation of my parents, which I'm not, which I'm grateful that they led me to where I am. I think in the process, our Lord wanted me to rectify my intention, that it was not because it would not be them living the priesthood, but I would be living the priesthood. So our Lord, as if um, giving me the chance to assert that I wanted to become.
Sa part na yan na naramdaman mo na may calling talaga?
It was the end of my formation in philosophy, and this is in Immaculate Conception, Immaculate Heart of Mary Seminary at Fil-Am, Bohol.
Wow, what a journey.
It was, yes.
Monsignor, I'd segue to New York. You're leaving New York. And could you tell us ano ang mga problema ng diocese dito and your suggestion on how to solve these problems?
Well, I know the problem, but I don't.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, I would like to talk about it, but I don't have the solution. In fact, this will be the problem of the church in the Western world, in particular, the United States of America. We're still in Europe. That we lack vocations, we lack priests, and for that reason, seminaries are closing because no young men are coming in priests, and we know we need priests for our parishes. So what's happening now is that we are closing churches. How different this is in the Philippines, that we're building churches, and this is a big contrast. So, what is the solution? I don't know, because there has to be a drastic reversal of trends. Of course, we have to pray to. I just would like to be realistic with what happened in history. Like there are areas in the world that at some point their vocations, their churches are so vibrant, and then they disappear. I don't think this will be happening. That there will be that the Catholic Church will disappear, but somehow it's getting through a process of purification, and then I would like to align myself to the prophecy of Joseph Ratzinger back then. Yes, from becoming a very big active church, we go to become a small church, but from the small church,
grow up again.
Anong naging problema, Father, natin dito sa US? Nagkukulang ng pare.
This is a for me a universal problem, excluding Africa and excluding some parts of Asia. The thing now is there's just a level of secularization that is affecting the fibers of the society. Indifference to the faith, and a big blow also. A big cause of this is, of course, as we know, the sexual abuse of minors. Who wants to become a priest when priest is known to be priest is presented as a molester, a pedophile? That's not an attractive thing for a young boy to become.
And how do you feel about it as a priest?
It is a purifying it's a purifying moment in which I personally it's a challenge. It's a challenge that I have to be the real priest that according to the heart of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Hindi kaya sir may problema rin sa mga tao dahil pinabayaan na pinolari, tinago nila.
Okay, I would like to connect that question with administrative justice. and with what I've been writing in the book. So back in those days, they were doing that. Some perhaps a because in case I would like to talk in quick cases. Arch Cardinal Roger Mahoney of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. He was now retired, but there was a point in which all his administrative functions were taken off him, and for that he issued a statement, and I think it's even you can still find it online right now. And he asked for apology that he has been into a lot of workshops, seminars, formations. He had read several books, but he was never prepared to handle sexual abuse of minors cases. So this is the thing. Now, what should be the basic when you do a decision? Let me say this: what would be the basic thing to do? Of course, not all priests are canon lawyers, so they would not know what the law is all about. Now, this is what I said to be the due process. If you are before making a decision, you have to go through a phase which is called a substantiation phase or the instruction phase. You don't know what this is all about because this is about finance, about engineering, about architecture, about legalities. Then do consultation, do hearings, study, investigate, research, analyze. I mean, they seem to be commonsensical, but many times common sense is not very common to many people.
Got it. So it's a steep climb, Monsignor.
Well, not really, because because this should be this should be common sense. This should be you don't know what to do, then research, study, consult those who know. Uh, as I've said, a lot of our priests are not canon lawyers, yet we have to make even bishops. A lot of our bishops are not canon lawyers, and if you don't know how to handle a case, how to address a case, consult those who know. You are not trained into finances, yet you are to handle thousands of or millions of dollars. You don't know how to do that, then consult.
Yeah, ask the expert, right?
Of course. And that for me is part of the due process before making decision in such a way that your decision would be informed, would be balanced, would be fair, would be just.
Yep. Looking forward, I can see, Monsignor, that your work will be a lot of mental work, a lot of cerebral work. So how are you gonna balance your life there when you will miss communities like Filipino communities, Spanish communities here?
Well, of course, I'm really excited. This is something personal. I'm going to Rome, so there will be a lot of
Filipinos.
a lot of places to visit,
Oh, yeah.
to uh, to relax and to unwind. And of course, also in Rome, as you know, there are a lot of Filipino communities and even all over Italy. So at some point, I would be connecting myself to different communities.
So you will still be with people, right? With the flock.
Yes, that will help me be grounded.
Usahay magadamgo ako, nga ikaw ug ako, nga gahi ko gamay. Nganong damgohon ko ikaw, damgohon sa kanunay, sa akong kamiyaw. Usahay magamahay ako, nganong nabuhi pa ang kalibutan. Nganong itiyaw-tiyaw ang kugma ko kanimo
Thank you.